Alright, I think it's a little too. You can see my titties, but I gotta do this today, Even though I'm so overstimulated because I had a long day today, I'm not gonna tell, but I got, uh, I think I can show you, it's not, you can see this. That's my LAN cable. Yes, I game, and this is for like 4 years of gaming. This is the first time I got a LAN cable, and I just tested it out. But I lost so much games, but you know, the ping is just so consistent. I never knew that my fucking Wi-Fi was that fucking fast. It's literally like 400 Mbps. Like shit. I don't even get like you know. Yeah, I gotta do this. And you know what the the website that I use is actually called 101 Question to Ponder and what do you, to ponder. What's the N? What the fuck? Hey! Okay. Oh, this is like pretty good. What event in your past, if it had gone differently, would have changed your life for the better? What event, huh? This is something a little more personal. Let's just say it's gonna be so broad. What event in your life that what was the quote again? What event in your past, if it had gone differently, would have changed your life for the better? The pandemic, duh. You know, you could like imagine like the difference or like what 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 I could have been as a person, of how I grew, of what am I like now if the pandemic never happened. It's like it's literally like 3 years of just no school. Literally, I was no almost 3 years, not a full on 3 years, and you know what? People are like thankful for the pandemic. I mean, it's all in the different perspectives because people are dying and like people are like starving in the pandemic. People who work blue collar jobs, people who just you know needs to work every day for their everyday needs, you know. But for me, this is about me. It would have been different. My life in the pandemic, I was just in my fucking room. Not this room, but the room in the house. Because they literally built this room because I begged them. Because I hate that room. It was supposed to be like this guest room. It has no fucking windows. And it's dark as fuck. Duh, there's no fucking windows, so there's no natural light coming in and shit. And I just fucking hate it because, first of all, in the morning, it's cold as fuck from the night. And then, and at night, when you sleep, it's hot as fuck. You sweat. But I guess it's hotter in here, but it's much better. Everything is just so much better. And, I'm still describing my life in the pandemic. So, you know, I enrolled in like an online class, of course, in college. Uh, all throughout my first year in college, I had online classes and I fucking hated it. I had to fucking stay in that fucking room, isolated as fuck, and listen to fucking lessons on like I didn't even want my fucking course. I took science education and shit. So, you know, personally, I didn't even got to choose. Like, I mean, I did take the entrance exam, and there are cutoff scores for when you want to go with that course, and pretty much like the university that I go to, they don't even have the course that I actually want. You know what I mean? I mean, because pretty much I didn't know what I wanted. You know what I mean? Like, so I just went with that, and it's pretty great. It's like it has a good future. You're gonna work after you graduate, not after you get your master's. You know what I mean? You're not gonna be an intern for the rest of your life if you're like that. Just just have to like a good connection or a good backer or something. But yeah, so that's what happened, and then I just remember it being so shit because I don't know. It's like it really is not fun at all. I didn't meet anybody. I just stayed in one place and got so not chronically ill, but chronically online. That's how my personality got shaped. Like pure social media, no social interaction, but just this pure scrolling through fucking TikTok. Literally, it's just fucking TikTok, y'all. Like I was just, you know, going at it, and then I was just influenced by that. I mean, it's not cringe. I'm still like that today, but imagine what I could have been if that never happened. Like, if I had to go to school when I was in first year college, and now I am 30. I'm in third year, right? So, you know, in the same year, in the next semester, I turn fourth year, first sem. So it's just so fucking crazy. It's just fucking crazy. And, it's like, it's not just the pandemic, there are a lot of indirect events that directly affect me, which are, financial situations and, yeah, financial situations that made us, made my family restrict on stuff, and I fucking hated it. I mean, we're not fucking rich, but, you know, there's stuff that we need to set back on. It doesn't really matter at most. But like, yeah, it's something to ponder upon. But if I if I kind of like if I like to think of it, then it's probably like I don't know, like just fucking different. Because I've been so much shit. I've been through so much shit. Grief and depression and shit. You know, all extreme feelings I've felt, but not extreme happiness. You know what I mean? Like, I can't just think that I'd be more happy if the pandemic didn't happen. I'd be different, but am I sure that I'm gonna be happy? Is my family gonna be, you know, financially stable if the pandemic never happened? You know what I mean? But if you think of it, you know, I can't tell you all the details. That's why I'm telling you that this is fucking personal. Like, what event in your past, if it had gone differently, would have changed your life for the better? For the better. Shit, I forgot that. I didn't even, recall it, like, consider that. For the better? Yeah. If there was no pandemic, then I don't think so. Y'all, this just reminded me of how miserable my life is. That's why I can't fucking tell you because, there are a lot of shits. If that's the only context that you know, then, it's all connected. And I don't think that if any events in the whole wild world have gone differently, that it would change my life for the better. Because it's all going down the drain. I think this is the part of my life that I'm just, at my lowest point. It's something that I cannot, it's inevitable. It's not. It's really not. Nothing can help it. It's like, just, it's just meant to be happened, meant to happen, meant to be felt. And if it gone differently, I'd still feel it. It'd still be worse. I mean, like Wendy Williams says, life could be worse. But she's like, no, this is the worst. And the cameraman was like, yeah, this is the worst. It is the worst. So, since this is a personal question, I can't really bring on like any perspectives, like other perspectives. It's just me. So, I think that was just my final answer. I mean, I know it's sad, but you know, if you talk about the things that would go differently, then you know, I wouldn't have been. I can't imagine since after. Okay, since after the pandemic, everything fucking changed. Like a lot fucking changed. Like I moved here, and my grandma moved to my my old room, and like you know, I've been going on as a college student, and I got this gaming laptop thanks to my to the best mom, my best mom of the world. So yeah, it's like those are the things. If I was to talk about something, the things that happened to me that are you know better, like good. Then this happened. The room happened. Uh, I'm still like learning about myself, feeling all sorts of feelings, and still bouncing back, still trying to cheer myself up. It's all the usual. Like, nothing is like new. Really, the only thing that's new is like the things that happen to me. Like I swear to fucking God, like I've seen it all. I've experienced it all. Like it's an exaggeration. It's like an expression because I've just been dealing with a lot of stuff, and it's too shallow to say it like that. Like it's too convenient of an excuse. It's like it's too convenient of a statement to say, especially here because I'm just trying to be shallow. That's because I can't just really share it here. It's like something you know if it's in the point of view of a narcissist. If I say all the stuff here, those are my weaknesses. Those are the things that makes me vulnerable. And and if a person has narcissistic tendencies, they're gonna use that against me. Not that I have narcissistic tendencies, but that's pretty much what they do. So yeah, when in terms of things that is happening, good things that is happening to you, it's how you interpret it, how you comprehend it, or like how you appreciate stuff that is happening to you. Because even if it's good or bad or just mid, it all depends on how you cherish it, I guess. It's like it's not something like you know if you be ungrateful for something that is like really good that happened to you, then it's on you. You're not gonna appreciate it. Maybe you will one day, but it's gonna be too late. So yeah, as a grown adult, my fucking hair. Well, as a grown adult, it is up to your power to I don't know, man. What event? I don't know, because I'm not really like I'm not old. You know what I mean? It's like at the time where my life shifted. So let's say that was pre-pandemic and the actual pandemic, which is like March 2020, 2020, yes. So if like the pandemic didn't happen, then the other stuff that happened to my parents, like they dealt with, would still have an effect on me. It's not like if I didn't do this, then my life would have been better. You know what? As much as I like to be independent and be an adult in this situation, I was not even an adult back then. I mean, I was 18, but you know what I mean? It's like your parents still support you. It's up to them. So whatever happens, If they go bankrupt, it's gonna affect you. So really, I couldn't do anything. Like it was it was not to my control if whatever I did or you know it would be better for me. But one thing's for sure, the event, not just the pandemic, but like the event that you know came with the pandemic made my life worse. I know it's sad, and I see myself like projecting in many people because it keeps like when I see and I see like their life being better than mine, and like I'd feel envy. I'd feel envious, and then I project. Makes me reminded that my life will never get that good. And there's like this TikTok reference. Like I like this little life. I guess I'm just trying to convince myself that it's like that it's good, that it's something that is that it's something that you know something to cling on to. Because I get it, I fucking get it. Like it's the small things. I appreciate those. Like you know, learning something new, tasting something new, like going to places, new places, meeting people, like connection with people. I love those. But that is like micro dosage. The things that you deal with are macro. So they would traumatize you the most. And in my life, there's nothing but just those macro trauma experiences and without fucking parking. So, so that's what I think about this. Nothing would ever change in my life. This is authentic to mine. But just like I said, it's different perspectives. I'm just really transparent here. I'm not really gonna be indulging into some delusion or like saying stuff here, making stuff up here that would that would make me feel like my life is gonna be better. No, it would make me feel more miserable than I already am. That's one thing I learned from like dealing with all negative shits in my life is that just be real. The more that you deal with it, the more that you try to carry it. Okay, okay, that's 18 minutes. That's my thumbnail. The more that you're gonna carry it on your back, the more you're gonna be real. Like the more you feel the realer, uh, the version that you're gonna present to everyone is gonna be more real, and that's fucking great. It feels great to be real, So, but it's sad because you have no choice, you have no resources, you ain't got no inheritance, you ain't got no nothing. It's up to you. It's up to you if on how you are gonna enjoy this fucking little life that you live in. But let me tell you this. This is out of the question. This is how I interpret the question, but this is like my conclusion and stuff. Is that this is kind of a motivational quote, but let me tell you this. When you wake up and you feel tired, it's still count as waking up in the morning. And there are times that when you wake up, you feel excited, and that's when you appreciate that day counts. You know, like it's step by step. It's like the calendar. It's like when you check the calendar, like the days on the calendar. That's it. That's just life. You don't get to bounce back every time. You will have so much trauma. Living alone here will provide you so much trauma, and you just gotta, you gotta. You just gotta thug it out. You know what I mean? It's like you just gotta be strong. You just gotta have that dog in you. I know. Like me too. I was born to be weird, eccentric, and just be isolated and be on my fucking bubble. But I'm forced to be a fucking war criminal. That's just, I don't want that. Not much. But I'm just forced to. Anyway, bye.